Osun State University constructs sanitizing cubicle. The engineering faculty of the Osun State University has constructed a sanitizing cubicle as a device to fight against the spread of coronavirus pandemic in the state. The Vice Chancellor of the university, Professor Labode Popola, in a press briefing with newsmen in his office, said the institution has been very supportive in combating the coronavirus spread in the state through its public enlightenment campaigns, distribution of palliatives, among others. Professor Labode Popola also stated that in a way to further fight the spread of coronavirus pandemic, he challenged the engineering faculty of the institution to make use of the resources available so as to impact the society by cautioning the virus spread, and that has brought about the sanitizing cubicle being constructed.
Change the narrative about the Nigerian university system, trying to cope with the realities of the times. You recall that we are the first university that did matriculation online with our students. It has been celebrated, and other universities are already keen into that. We have also started reaching out to our students online, and by the grace of God, we will conduct our examinations online. There's no magic about it. We are not reinventing any wheel. All we are trying to do is to cope with the exigencies of the situation. You probably also would know that we have been supportive of the effort of government at combating this COVID-19 menace. When the menace first started, we held a public enlightenment program, bringing people from the various communities in the state, various strata in the state, the religious organization, community-based organization, different ethnic groups. So, and we did an enlightenment campaign in our auditorium. Not only that, we also produced flyers in 3 local languages, Hausa, Yoruba, and Igbo, and also English language. And we shared it across the state. And we also felt that we needed to touch our host communities. As you are all aware of, we are on 6 campuses. We encouraged our management staff to forego their April fuel and communication allowance, which amounts to almost 4 million naira. We used that to procure palliatives, foodstuff for our host communities on the 6 campuses. And it was meant for the vulnerable people in those communities, and these were handed over to the obas in the communities, and we know that the communities were very appreciative of this. We have also embarked on tree planting campaign just to secure our environment. This is done by our students. We started it last year. We call it matriculation tree planting, and every matriculant must plant a tree. It's like a memorabilia for them. They will have an attachment to the university, and the trees, when they grow into maturity, the students will always remember that they planted those trees, and it will be a means of getting them back to the university and becoming strong alumni. Now, this afternoon, we are going to unveil yet another very important thing that we have achieved in this university. When COVID-19 started, we got together as a university and felt that we have to find a way of impacting the society. So about 4 weeks back, I challenged our engineering departments. We have 3 engineering departments: mechanical, civil, and electronic. And I told them that, look, you guys should be able to do something that will be different from the conventional hand wash that we have. And we discussed it. And right now they have developed a cubicle. A cubicle that it's like a shed. You enter the cubicle, it's automated. You can wash your hands within 20 seconds without touching anything. It's just the soap and the water. Once you press a pedal, you will have this water flowing and the liquid soap also flowing. Not just that, before you leave the cubicle, there will be a sprayer that will spray sanitizer all over your body, and you become COVID-19 free. So that's a machine we want to unveil. I am sure that's the first of its kind in this country, and we are hoping to be able to improve on it. So we are going to put a price tag on it, and we will start producing for those who need it. We expect that banks will be interested, hospitals will be interested, schools will be interested, other corporate organizations, even government will be interested. Now the challenge will be, how many can we produce in a week? And I've asked my colleagues in the engineering department, since it's mechanical, they are saying that it's possible to produce between 3 and 5 in a week. So it means we have to get more people to work with us to do this. But there's already a demand for this item. By the way, I also need to let you into this. We approached the state governments sometime late April or early May about a PCR machine. You know, the PCR machine is the one that is used to actually carry out the COVID-19 test. So, and the state government was so gracious, they approved fund for us to buy that sophisticated machine. They visited our laboratory and they were impressed by what they found. That was the only machine left that we didn't have. So we have ordered for the machine, and we believe in the machine will be in this country in the next 3-4 weeks. So it will be possible for us to be doing COVID-19 tests here. And one thing I also forgot to mention is the forecasting we've been doing. We launched a forecasting for the number of COVID-19 victims, mortalities. We started that in early April. And we do a daily forecast, and the forecasts have almost become like a prophecy, almost perfect. And we have actually published a paper on that also.
While in the workshop, the chairman and team leader of engineers responsible for the construction of the cubicle, Dr. Idris Olatunde, said the ideas of constructing a sanitizing cubicle came from the challenge being put up to them by the Vice Chancellor, Professor Labode. Dr. Idris went further by making an enlightenment on how the cubicle was created and its usage. According to him, the cubicle is purely mechanical. The operation surely requires human legs in opening the doors, pressing powder for hand washing, and liquid sanitizer to sanitize the body. Professor Labode Popola, while commissioning the cubicle for official usage, stated that the institution has deemed it fit to help the society against further spread of the virus, and that is why the cubicle was manufactured by the department. He further urged the institution that the fight is still on, and he further urged the society at large that the demand is on sale, that any organization or institution that needs sanitizing cubicle can call on the school for market, and it will be produced. About 3 to 5 sanitizing cubicle can be constructed in a week, he said.
The Vice Chancellor challenged us that there's a need for us to contribute and to save the society. This pandemic, the engineers should be able to contribute their own quota to address it. Then he challenged us. Then our dean summoned a meeting of all the engineers, technicians in the faculty. Then we have to brainstorm. What can we do that will be different from what other people have been doing? That is why we came up with this one. As I have said, this cubicle, the advantage, number one, is that we minimize the usage of external source of power. We don't depend on electricity, nor solar. It's purely mechanical, in such a way that any school in rural area can even purchase it and use it without looking for electricity. Then when you go in, then you wash your hand with soaps. When you are going in, you use your leg to open the door. Then after that one, you wash your hand with soap. Just press the pedal with your leg. Then the soap will come out. You don't need to touch anything. Then we also believe that when you are washing your hand, perhaps you have these viruses in your hand, in your body. Because people used to say that when you want to go home, remove your cloth, take a bath, and so on. This cubicle will also do that one for us. In that cubicle, you just press the pedal again, then you have the sanitizer that's going to sanitize all your body. If there's a virus there, the virus has to be killed before you step out of this cubicle. Then when you go out, you are free. This idea that we can even use in schools. For example, as a student, our students are coming from different places. When they pass through this cubicle, when they are entering their classroom, they are COVID-free. That is the idea that engineers will need to contribute to this problem. And at the same time, as the Vice Chancellor have rightly said, the department, the faculty is ready to partner with anybody that needs this cubicle. We can produce as much as 4 to 5 per week if the demand, and if the demand is more than that, we have the capacity. You have seen our workshop. It's well equipped. We have the technicians and everybody that are ready to work and produce this thing. We just have to save the society.
Kayode Ayeni, ABN TV News, Osun State, Nigeria.